we're going to go back in time to June of this year when I attended one of the nation's largest health conferences, Hack Your Health. This is one of my favorite conferences. It's the second time I've been there. It's great for meeting all the people you see online. It's great for attending conferences on different topics, growing, learning. It's just great to be around all the people and friends and socialize. And then there's all kinds of vendors and different experiences for hacking your health. So I'm going to share little pieces of that today. I hope you'll enjoy it. If you haven't purchased your ticket for next year, get on it. The closer we get to the conference, the more the price goes up. But if you use my code BLCarnivore, you will save $100. I hope to see you there. If you've been watching, you know that I take my ingredients very seriously. But there are 3 companies that I have found that I absolutely love. Check the description for discount codes. We're at Hack Your Health. This is my favorite stand. This is everybody's favorite stands. Peterson's Meat. They supply all the bacon and the sausage for the whole thing. Everybody comes, you come 10 times. It's so good. You can go to their website and they ship nationwide, right?
Yeah.
And tell us a little bit more about you guys.
Yeah, so Peterson Farms is a 32-year-old company, been around for a long time, a staple in the Texas community. And we're based out of Hamilton, Texas, which is outside of Waco, Texas, just west of Waco, Texas. And we sell retailers nationwide. We have an online shop that sells everything retail-wise as well. We do fresh pork, a big fresh pork program for Whole Foods. We're heavily in Whole Foods. A lot of retailers I can kind of name off. We're in Sprouts nationwide. We're in Fresh Time regionally, Earth Fare, and then a lot of other local spots in Texas, like Cox Farms, Wheatsville.
So
Customers
for
like
people
that.
like me in Minnesota and Wisconsin, I need to order it and you'll ship to my house?
Yeah,
Does
yeah.
it come frozen? How does it come?
It comes frozen, yes.
Okay.
Yeah. It comes frozen, and then anything over $100 we'll ship for free.
And
So you
what's
have that.
different from you guys than other companies? Because
Well,
you're in Whole Foods, so you must
Yeah.
be pretty amazing.
Yeah, so we care about the hogs and the way that they are raised, right? From their piglets all the way up until they're harvested. So we make sure we care for the animal. It really makes the meat taste the way it should, because a lot of times when animals are stressed, meat is tougher and things like that. So we don't give them any stress. They live a great life, right, from the time that they're born until the time that they're harvested, and also we have sustainably raised farms, and we just take care of the animal basically from the full process. We're a vertically integrated company as well too, so we own our own land, our processing plants, the hogs, our sales team, our marketing department.
Wow.
So we have a lot of touch points where we're able to control a lot of processes in between. So
I love that you talked about the end, because people don't talk about this enough, that if animals are being slaughtered in an inhumane way, they have a lot of anxiousness and adrenaline in their muscles as they're being processed, but not with you guys.
Yeah.
And then that is something we consume and take on, and we wonder why we have such an anxious population.
Yeah. I mean, you are what you eat, essentially. And so, that kind of builds in the culture of Peterson's as a smaller company. And, we just really thrive on giving people the best products from a small company that believes in good values, and, has humanely raised hogs and is a sustainable program. So
I guarantee if there was a survey, this would hands down be everybody's favorite stand at Hack Your Health.
awesome. Well, we appreciate the support.
Thank you
Thank you.
for all the sausage and
Yeah,
all the
absolutely.
bacon. It's
Yeah.
been awesome.
Yeah, it's great. Been great so far. So we appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, thank you.
Nic Nac is a clean nicotine lozenge. We would argue the cleanest form of nicotine that you can get on the market.
And why would someone take this?
There's a host of potential benefits to nicotine. It's become very popular in the biohacking crowd recently for the neurological benefits. It's obviously a stimulant, so a lot of people find it really helps with their focus and their workflow, and it's become very popular for that reason.
And did you say something about brain?
Yes, so nicotine, depending on how quickly you ingest it, it can have a couple potential effects. If you ingest it relatively quickly, you'll get that big dopamine release, and so a lot of people use it for that because it helps them relax, gives them that good feeling. Our product is kind of more biased towards the workflow side of things, which is a slow release delivery method. And so by doing that, it actually will bias the effects more towards the cholinergic pathways. And that's what provides kind of the focus and kind of that gets you in the zone.
So I would like to check and see if some of the things that I've been hearing about this are true. So I have long haulers, and I know some people's long haulers could be they can't taste, they can't smell, something's different, and it's a neurological thing. So I've heard for me and my symptoms that if I take just a little bit of this, it'll knock out or counteract some of the things that are going on and help me with my long haulers. Is that something that you've heard?
It is something we've definitely heard, and it's something that still needs to be researched. It's kind of the mechanism is still kind of up for debate, but the idea is that the ACE2 receptor, which is what the spike proteins seem to be binding to and clogging up, I believe I may say this incorrectly, but they're nicotinic receptors. And so what happens is the nicotine binds so incredibly well to those that it actually knocks the spike proteins off those receptors and clears them up for people that are suffering from long haul.
And another thing, like what I was really concerned about is I'm a very addictive person. I don't smoke. And so I was super scared that I was going to become addicted to this. I absolutely have not. I completely forget about it unless I set a timer because I want to feel better. And so I'm wondering why? Why am I not getting addicted to this? Is it just me, or is it because this comes from a different source than what our standard nicotine, or what? Is there anything about that?
Yeah, so while it's entirely anecdotal, I would argue that the delivery method is what really sets it apart from being comparable to those other products that are extremely addictive. So most of the stuff on the market is designed for users to ingest the nicotine as quickly as possible. And like I said before, that's going to bias more towards that dopaminergic response. You're going to get the huge dopamine release, you're going to feel good, and that's what's going to develop that dependency. Whereas if it's a slow release, more sustained, like I said, it's going to bias more towards the cholinergic response. And in doing so, you're not getting that dopaminergic dependency on the product. So again, while entirely anecdotal, my personal experience is the same. I find it's not addictive, and I can go, use it all day, and then next day just forget about it and not even think about it. So.
And what is this made out of? Where did the nicotine come from?
Yeah, so the nicotine, it's all from natural starting materials. It's non-tobacco, which is great. It's developed in a lab, and we specifically chose that route because it's extraordinarily pure. It's very, very pure. It's third-party lab tested. No carcinogens, no heavy metals, no pesticides, nothing like that. Just the most pure form of nicotine that we could find. So for that reason, that's why we included it in our product.
I'm really picky about my ingredients, and I really appreciate yours is hands down the cleanest.
Thank you so much.
There's so many others that have these chemicals and these other sweeteners that are just not acceptable to me, but yours is hands down the best material. I mean, I've been taking this for about 6 months, and it's helped me so much. It like lights up my brain.
Awesome.
When my brain, sometimes I'll have like ADHD, and I'll take this and it'll just help my brain just come back. It's been so medicinal to me in a functional medicine standpoint, not like a recreational standpoint at all.
Good. Well, we're really happy to hear that, and that's a huge motivation for us. So.
Well, thank you so much for telling us about your product. Where do people go to get this? Can they get it from a store? Do they go to your website?
Yeah, we're primarily direct to consumer still. So online, nicnac.com is where you'll find us. And then we do have a store locator on there. So check it out. And we're making a big retail push right now. So hopefully we'll have a store near everyone soon.
Cool. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much for stopping by.
Yeah.
Thank you for trying.
Okay. I'm here with my friend Siobhan from Own Your Own Labs, and I'd like to share this company because it's so important for us to be able to pick our own labs, even when sometimes for me, my doctor hasn't ordered what I was hoping that they would. So I'm wondering if you could share, how does this work? What kind of labs can I own? How expensive are they? Like, is this affordable, could you tell us a little bit about this?
Yeah. So basically, the whole concept is that you just go on the website, you pick whatever test that you want to order. So we do have some bundles, but you can also order anything that's in the bundles a la carte, so you can customize however you want. And then once you've decided, you can go ahead and place your order. And then within 1 business day, we'll email you a lab order form. And then you print that out, take it with you to LabCorp, and then they'll do the actual blood test and send it over to your LabCorp portal once all the testing is finished. And then in terms of what tests you can order, as you might be able to imagine, we have a lot of metabolic health related tests, so insulin, lipid panels, things like that. We have the NMR for people who are interested in like the particle size and particle count, stuff like that. And then we do have some example pricing in this pamphlet right here. So our most commonly ordered tests tend to be the most competitively priced just because of how our pricing structure works. So for example, a hemoglobin A1C is $7.70 and insulin is $12.60. Lipoprotein a, $30.80. So those are pretty well priced. Our NMR is $68.78. And something worth noting about our pricing is that what you pay at checkout, there's no additional fees beyond the cost of the tests. So no additional fees charged. So if you ordered a singular NMR, you would just pay that $68. And same for insulin, all of that. And then no additional fees at the actual LabCorp location as well.
So that's where we get our tests, is actually at LabCorp.
At a LabCorp, yep.
Okay. Wow, that's awesome. That just gives us medical freedom. It's amazing.
Yeah.
So,
And like for me personally, I do end up taking my testing to my own doctor to review, but often I want to get a chance to look at it myself, formulate any questions I have, and then also sometimes I have weird reasoning for ordering tests because I'm a bit of an experimenter. So being able to just select whatever ones I want and then just review that with them has been really helpful for me and being a little bit less anxious about testing.
cool. Well, thank you so much for telling us about this. Where do people go to order their labs?
Yeah, it's just through ownyourlabs.com. And if you have any questions, if you call or email, you'll get in contact with a real person, and we're happy to help with any questions you might have.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
Does it make you sleepy?
No. So the end result of this combination is a delicious, creamy, ketogenic coffee with a full nootropic stack that makes you feel clear, focused, and functional. Not jittery. You're not going to get a crash from it. It's a tool that you can leverage multiple times a day if you have long days.
There's no coffee in it. You can put it in your coffee. You can put it in your tea. You basically just want to get it in you, however you can.
Is best for you. You can add
Exactly.
it to your keto chow. You can add it to your protein powder. Again, it's a tool, and once you know how it makes you feel, you start to have fun with it.